Don't place a trade based on what you'll see in this video because there is no guarantees of making a profit in the market. It takes you a long time to become a good trader. So this video here is just to educate you to become a much better trader. So silver and gold have been making some very nice moves. And as you guys know, for the last sort of month, I've been saying double bottoms in place. We're probably going to make a nice rally back up to 1820, somewhere around about the 1830. Because that was my target and and as you can see, things have worked out. As soon as we broke above this 1760, I said we're going to run the 1830 or 1820, 1830, somewhere around there, which was just the projection of the double bottom on gold. So if we're looking at gold here, we can see all I do. If you're new to this this sort of technique, you can see this. Look at this here, market ran down, bottom, rallied up, came down, double bottom, went sideways, and as soon as we break here, as soon as we actually break the neckline, like right there, then what you do is you measure this point through here in the middle of the double bottom. That's called the neckline. You measure from the neckline down to the support of the double bottom, like so. You project that up, just like so. So right there. And then guess what? That is now the target. You project that up like that. That is now the target of where the market is likely to run to. And as you can see, just by that, 1830 was the target, and this is where we're actually having a lot of problems where it is right now. So we're really starting to stair step in the markets. Now, what's likely to happen moving forward when it comes to gold? Now, let me bring out my crystal ball. La 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 la, do do do. Crystal ball says, "Oh, what? To the moon!" Well, I believe to the moon anyway because of inflation, and people think, oh, inflation's going to slow down. No, it's not. You watch. Now, granted, yes, the spike in inflation we're getting right now, guess what? That's probably that may taper out for a while, and then suddenly, bam! Especially when the velocity of money picks up, guys. Velocity of money is going to take this thing to the moon. Like, yeah, we may get a spike and then a tapering off period. But once we start to pick back up in inflation, oh my goodness, that's when you're gonna start to see governments start to put pause on, on goods and service prices, because goods and service prices are going too much. The prices of stuff we buy is now going up too much because of inflation, and the government's gonna start to come back in and start to put a pause on, on all the commodity prices and the goods and services and all that sort of stuff that we buy. So I can try to potentially slow down the inflation, but it's not going to work, and blah, 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 all that sort of stuff. Anyway, so right now when it comes to inflation, I truly believe that when it comes to gold, on a technical basis, we are right at this potential, we are out at this resistance level here, right now. Right at this resistance level. So looking at this big resistance level, I truly believe that we may obviously continue to find a little resistance, but I truly believe we're likely to continue up and breaking above and continue to make some very nice moves. And so that's what I'm seeing there. But once again, on a fundamental level, guys, which is long term, which is not day by day, that inflation and what's going to happen. And I truly believe we're going to have a gold-backed digital currency. Gold-backed digital currency. I truly believe is coming because we're going to have a cashless society. We know we're going to have some sort of digital currency. Now it might not be Bitcoin. It might not be Ether. Now we may be using the Ethereum platform. That's where Ethereum is probably going to be more valuable than Bitcoin. I truly believe Bitcoin is Bitcoin. And so yeah, so with that, but then also to add value to that is having gold backing of that as well too. So we're seeing that right now when it comes to gold. Looking at silver right now, silver has continued to just really make some really nice moves through here. Started a really nice upward trend, have a bit of a pullback, bit of an upward move. But if we look at this weekly chart, this is the one thing that I really like about silver. Is look at this weekly chart on an overall basis or trend analysis basis. We're starting to really hold this trend, even though it's very, very, very choppy. And what I mean by that is, let me actually draw this out for you. We have a move up. Then we have a pullback to what? To a higher low. Then we had a nice move up. Then we had a pullback to what? To a higher low. And now we're getting this move up. So as you can see, we are generating these higher lows. Da 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 da, bang 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 bang, right? Ding ding. So we are generating these higher lows in the markets, and when we're doing this, the market is that we're slowly developing these buyers in control. Now it's very, very choppy, and it's not very strong buyers in control, but the buyers are showing this weekly chart is continuing to show strong movement in the upside on the overall picture when it comes to silver. So yeah, pretty bullish silver, this guy. Moving over there to the GDXJ, and the GDXJ has continued to make some very, very nice moves after this sort of flush down through here around 44. We'll continue to make some very, very, very nice rises through here. Looking at the big picture though, we're right at this resistance level. As you can see, it ran up, hit resistance, and we're actually squeezing up into this triangle pattern. So it's going to be really interesting to see what happens here. I truly believe we're going to break above this 52 level on the GDXJ, and we're going to start to continue to see very nice moves to the upside. Moving over now through to the GDX though, look at the GDX. The GDXJ is still stuck in its. Let me actually draw this here so you can make some comparisons here for a minute. Look at this here, channel down, boom, we're at the resistance level, GDXJ. Now, by the way, guys, I truly believe the GDXJ is going to be one of the greatest moves over the next 2 or 3 years than any other compared to the GDX and so on and so forth. I think the gold junior miner stocks are going to make some extraordinary moves. FYI. Now that's not all gold junior miner stocks, but the GDXJ chart, that particular one market, I truly believe we're going to see some extraordinary bull moves out of that. So get ready, Freddie. But if we look at the GDX, look at the GDX. We were stuck in this channel for a while, and then the market created this nice, beautiful high low. Look at this beautiful, nice move up, high low, pulled back, ran up, beautiful pullback. People, freaking out, and it just came back down to the support line, and then now we're rallying back up again. So getting very, very, very strong bullish moves right now when it comes to getting very, very, very strong bullish moves when it comes to the GDX, and I expect this thing to continue to start to make some very, very nice moves to the upside. SILJ, we're stuck in a bit of a triangle pattern here right now. On a short-term basis, stuck in a bit of a triangle pattern. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens there. Once again, guys, I do see this thing probably likely to start to make some moves to the upside, and the SIL as well. We're still stuck in this. We're starting to make sort of a move to the upside, but we're stuck in this downward movement here as well too. So overall, as you can see, the SIL hasn't been doing much for a long time. This is actually quite bullish. When we start to break out here, we're probably likely to make some very, very nice moves in the market. So there we go, guys. The technical basis, we're starting to make some very big sort of bullish movement on a technical basis. But looking at the markets right now and looking at inflation, looking at the velocity of money, the velocity of money has been in a massive downward trend for quite some time, and I truly believe we're going to start to see that whole trend continue. Let me actually just show you. Let me actually show you something here. That one take. Money. All right. Let me show you this chart here for a minute. This is the velocity of money chart, and you've probably all seen this thing. The velocity of money is this is the reason why they've had to continue to print more money and more money and more money, because the amount of money, the amount of times people are going out there and spending is actually not as much as it has been, because the velocity of how many times people are going out there and actually using their money is slowing and slowing and slowing and slowing and slowing. But what inevitably happens to all major long-term trends? They shift. Okay. Let me actually blow this up through here. Right now, what's been happening to what's the word for it? Printing of money, right? Printing of money, velocity of money has been dropping down. The printing of money has just been doing this, right? Big move. While the velocity of money has been dropping down. Now, I truly believe that all this liquidity in the system that's been here for quite some time, and especially in the last 12 months or so, I truly believe that this velocity of money has been dropping down through here, that going to change. And it's probably already started to change, and we just can't see it here. And once the sentiment of this velocity changes, and we start to see something like this, we're probably like, the trend is not going to stop. And we're going to keep going. And with all this velocity of money, we're going to keep going. And this is what's going to cause that really big inflation, because once we start to switch the mentality of this velocity of money dropping down to now velocity of money printing up, along with all the currency that's in the system, this is where the velocity of money is going to crazy bull move. And it's going to see, like, you think inflation is big right now. That's why I say over this decade, we're going to see one of the biggest, greatest commodity booms we've ever seen in history. And it's already started. Like, what we're seeing right now, guys, is the start. It doesn't mean we're not going to see big moves in commodity prices, but this is the start. And this is why I see massive moves in gold and silver and all that sort of stuff as well too, because I truly believe this is the start of something major out there. So once again, guys, all the currency that's in the system right now, they've had to do it because the velocity of money is dropping just to try to keep things more afloat. What happens when the sentiment turns around and velocity of money starts to pick up? And once it's turned, it's like a big ship, right? It takes a while for it to turn, but once it turns and it starts to get going, it takes a while for that thing to really slow down. So once we start to see this spiking, once we start to see this velocity of money picking up with all the currency in the system, then it's going to be too late for the government to pull back. And then you're going to see massive asset prices continue to rise, massive inflation, commodity prices are going to continue to go through the roof. And when that happens, guess what? Guess what's going to happen then? Maybe 2 or 3 or 4 years down the track from doing this recording for you, guess what's likely to happen? Then the government's going to come in and try to do what they've done in the past, which is then they're going to start to say, we did this in 1970 as well too, 1971 I think it was, maybe 1972, somewhere over there. When inflation was pretty big back then, and we're going to put a temporary pause on all asset prices and blah 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 and all this sort of stuff, right? And they did it back in, I think it was Rome as well too. They put a pause on asset prices and also back then I think it was in Rome, yeah, back in those days. When Rome did it, it's the same thing that's happening again and again and again. What they did is that they said that you couldn't actually charge more than what the actual book said, right? And if you did, then it was a death penalty. Then fast forward to 1970, they also had, I think it was around that time anyway. Where we had big inflation, then guess what? They did the same thing again. They started to put a pause on prices and blah 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 blah, and they tried to do that, but it didn't work. And this is what just destroys and ruins things. I won't go into that, but this is the reason why, guys, the velocity of money, once it starts to pick up, you're going to see the continuation of this here, and this is the decade for commodities, miners, and metals. Hey traders, John Howell here. Thanks for watching my video. For a limited time only, I am giving away free access to my brand new trading course. I've put all my most powerful systems, strategies, and trading techniques that I've learned over the last 15 years and put it in this course, and I'm giving it away for free for a limited time. See, in this brand new Go to the Markets by the Board trading course, and you can get it when you go to johnsfreegift.com, you're going to learn, firstly, you're going to get access to a brand new training course for 90 minutes, and you're going to learn all the details step by step to my #1 trading system with over a 90% success rate that works on any market and any time frame. You're also going to learn 3 powerful chart reading and trading techniques. You're also going to learn 2 more powerful trading systems, and also you're going to learn 7-figure trading secrets, mindset techniques, and so much more. There's top 13 mistakes you're going to learn, the 10K per month formula, and so much more. No, this is not a get rich quick scheme, but if you are struggling with your trading right now and you need help, then for a limited time, you can get free access to this. So go to johnsfreegift.com right now, or click on the very first thing in the description, because for a limited time, I'm giving away. So go to johnsfreegift.com right now and start getting access to this full complete trading course, plus also the free training with my #1 trading system with over 90% success rate. Go do that right now, and I'll see you on the next page.